Hey out there, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Down here in South Central Texas, it's pretty hot, hazy, humid. You know, the 3 H's that the weathermen tend to hype this time of year. We could use some rain. And you know, that rain would even possibly result in a rainbow. You know, the rainbow being that beautiful prism arc in the sky that is part of the Noahic covenant found in Torah, found in Genesis, that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob would never again flood the entire earth. But fast forward to the present day, that same beautiful image, as we learned in science, of Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, in that order, is being used to promote an agenda that is now being weaponized against the nuclear family and against our children. The agenda has taken on a ever-increasing acronym. Yes, folks, it's being used against our children. Now they're putting these books in the library. A book called Genderqueer. Some other books that are promoting different ideologies to our children and teaching them different immoral acts, such as it's okay for a boy to want to be a girl. It's okay to have a graphic novel where different sexual acts, including masturbation, fellatio, same-sex fellatio, and other things, are being shown in full color. And these books, in some cases, are available in the libraries of your children's schools. And then parents who lash out against this in the school board meetings are being labeled as domestic terrorists just because they choose to speak out in the meeting of the school board that their taxes are paying for. Let's see. As I understand school boards to be, it is a board of trustees, okay? Trustees are people who are elected or appointed to be in charge of something that exists because of the people. The public school, or the private school for that matter, exists because of the people. It would not exist if we did not send our kids there. Our kids would not exist if we weren't their parents. So, therefore, if the school exists because of us, and a public school exists because of our taxes, a private school exists because of the tuition we pay into it, that would mean we are the employers. That the teachers, the administrators, are our employees, meaning we are their bosses, meaning we tell them what to do, not the other way around. They don't just put a book in the library and make it available to our children without our say-so. But some of this onus falls back upon us as parents for not being involved adequately in our school board meetings. We need to be attending these meetings. And if we're not attending, sending letters. We need to be asking questions. We need to be voicing our disapproval when it happens. And we need to, if these people do not follow our directives, vote them out. That's right. School board members are voted in. And in private schools, if these people aren't doing what you want them to do, take your dollars elsewhere. Take your child and have them learn somewhere else. And if there's nowhere else available, don't be afraid to homeschool. There are co-ops, parent groups and things that will help you out. And you can often educate your children with curricula that are available online for little or no cost. You can do it. The requirements vary from state to state, but I assure you, it's not as hard as you think. And if you feel like you are not intelligent enough or qualified enough to educate your child in a homeschool situation, well, maybe you could learn something with them. You crack that book open right along next to Junior, and you get your diploma together. This woke agenda originates in academia. It originates with teachers, professors who start pushing this agenda on students, advancing their political agenda in the classroom. This has been a problem for decades. Lynn Cheney wrote a piece on this back in the 90s called Telling the Truth. Look it up. I cited it in college. This has been an ongoing problem. Teachers and professors have no business telling you their political beliefs, their religious beliefs, who they're going to vote for, anything like that. As a substitute teacher, those are no-no topics. Okay, most substitute services will tell you, don't get into that. But that being said, TV is also advancing this nonsense. I have small children, and recently we looked on YouTube Kids, and there was a block of programming relating to Pride Month. This block of programming consisted of known things such as Sesame Street having a Pride song, Blue's Clues, Gracie's Corner having a gargantuan tranny character coming up. Hey, Gracie! I mean, it was this giant that appeared to be a female in a tracksuit and long, chemically processed hair. And Roblox. Not Roblox, Minecraft. Many of your children are interested in Minecraft. What in the world does creating an 8-bit block universe have to do with a sexual preference? The choice to engage in homosexuality? And why should the TV be charged with teaching my child about that? Educating about that sort of thing falls upon the parents. The parents are the ones who are supposed to be teaching their children about sex. They're supposed to sit their child down and tell them the correct information so that they can make informed choices when confronted with a situation. Many parents choose to abdicate it to the schools. Well, look at what's happening with that. As Dr. Phil would say, how's that working for you? Yeah. You got girls taking girls to the prom, boys taking boys to the prom, boys wearing dresses and lipstick and nails in school, kissing each other. Okay, if teachers get on to straight students for public displays of affection, why don't they do that with the gay students? And why are teachers flaunting their homosexuality? I can't flaunt the fact that I'm straight, that I like women. I can't do that. I don't hang up straight pride flags. Why should they be putting rainbow graphics, with the squared off rainbow anywhere in the presence of students? That's none of the children's business. I am not going to sit idly by and be called a homophobic, because I'm not afraid of homosexuals. There's very little that I am afraid of. But one of my fears is that my children are going to be dragged into hell by a world that is trying to indoctrinate them with sin. Thankfully, my children have come to a saving knowledge of their Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus. They know right from wrong. They are the ones who alerted me to what was on YouTube Kids. They saw it first. They knew it wasn't right. They said, Daddy, look at this. And Daddy took care of it. Daddy blocked all those programs. And Daddy's gonna write letters to all these people. Because it's up to me, the man, to protect what's mine. I will continue to protect what's mine. I have taught my children to respect everyone, no matter what choices they've made in life. If they want to go and celebrate a sexual preference for a month in June, and then celebrate LGBT History Month in October and National Coming Out Day on October 11th, having a monopoly over the calendar, if they want to do those things, that's on them. That's no reason to hate them. That's no reason to hurt them. That's no reason to disrespect them. Because the Bible teaches us to love one another. That's everybody. But it also teaches us to judge a tree by its fruit. No pun intended. But if a person is living a sinful lifestyle, one, we pray for them. Two, we judge them accordingly. Because God's going to judge them. I doubt that I would leave my children with some of these people. I doubt that I would trust them alone with my children. But at the same time, I'm not going to be unkind to them. I know people who are homosexual. Some of them might even see this video. And I hope that they know that I never hate them, never hated them, would never advocate violence or persecution against them, that I would protect them in a situation like that. If they were around me and there was a threat, I would step in. But Hamas would not. Gays for Palestine has it all wrong. Because if they were over there in Gaza and they were floating around with that one of their two flags, the tranny flag or the LGBT flag, some of those terrorists would pick them up and throw them off a building. I'm not lying. Much of the Middle East, the Arab world, homosexuality doesn't fly. I once had a roommate in college who was from Egypt, and I asked him, what about gays where you're from? He said, we really don't have them. Yeah. He said, we really don't have them. Because I'm sure if you do see them over there, you don't see them long. I'm not saying it's right, but what in the heck are these people doing out there protesting against Israel from the river to the sea? Do you know what from the river to the sea means? That means the eradication of the Israeli, Hebrew, Jewish people. Wiping them off the map. Sending them into the water to die. Just like all of the hostages that they caught on October 7th. So many of them, we're getting reports now, they're dead. But yet we have a president who is telling Israel to temper its response. Who's playing both ends against the middle. Little mealy-mouthed puppet. No group of people deserves what the Israeli people is going through right now. The Palestinians, quote unquote, that are in Gaza need to get out. Because then and only then will this nonsense stop. The Israelites need to keep coming. The Israelis need to keep coming. Blow up every single one of those tunnels. Seal them up. Blow them up. And if what you find in it ain't yours, get rid of it. Then and only then will Israel be free. As far as pride goes, June isn't a month to be proud of a sexual proclivity. No. Because this is the day the Lord has made. And I'll rejoice and be glad in it. June 14th is Flag Day. And I will hang my Stars and Stripes flag proudly outside my home. Because this country has given me so much. I'm so thankful to be an American. I am living out the dreams of ancestors who didn't have educations, who were enslaved, who watched one of their parents die and had to drop out of school to work to support a family. That's my pride. Not in who I choose to sleep with at night. Thank you for watching. I know it was a longer episode than normal. I do it for you. If you like what you see, comment. If you don't like what you see, comment. Share with your friends. Maybe even line my palm with some silver. Because this cell phone and this electricity don't run on love. Thank you, thank you.